Well, it was a German brown trout, 24 and a half pounds, all right, 24.4 pounds and 37 and a half inches long. The previous lake record was set in the 1980s with an 18 and 3/4 pound. And then I guess last year there was one caught 18 and a half pounds. And there's been other people catch some in the 18, 19 pound class that weren't really recorded on the certified scales. So that's kind of with that. We did take it into, or I did take it into the Shaver Sports, and they have the certified scales for weighing the fish to document the record. So that's kind of how that goes as far as being a rare. I'm sure there's more in there, but they're just not that. Most people are using the lighter gear like I do, and it's kind of rare to catch one that size. Yeah. Oh well, when I first caught it, like I say, I thought I was maybe hooked up on the bottom, and then I realized that my fishing lines were only down 20 feet, and the lake I was in 90 feet of water. So then the second thought was, oh, I'm caught up on a big log or something. And then as I tried to get back closer to it, it started really fighting and going away, and it took a good 30 minutes to get it back to the boat, and it took off again, and I got it back in and realized my net wasn't anywhere close to being big enough to handle the fish, so I had to reach down and get it leaning over the edge of the boat. I've been fishing Shaver Lake since I was a little guy with my dad, and off and on pretty much all my life up there, and other lakes as well. And I fish a lot in the ocean for salmon and halibut and sea bass and tuna and that sort of thing. So I just do a lot of fishing. So they were all pretty happy. So I mean, my one daughter's called me, and she's been saw it online before I ever told her. So yeah, so it's been quite the reaction from everybody, family and friends, and a lot of people I don't even know yet.
Strangers.
Yeah.
As well. And you were telling me Fish and Wildlife kind of reached out to you as well. Can you kind of talk about the record setting here in Shaver Lake and kind of what that means?
Yeah, well, the fishing game don't keep records of specific lakes. They keep the state records, and based on the weights and measurements of mine, I missed the state record by 2.5 pounds short, so which is still pretty good. But yeah, the fishing game, I'm going to take them in some of the scales and so forth, so they can age it. They're between the fishing game and the Trophy Trout Association. They're estimating the fish to be probably 10 to 15 years old. But once they age it with the scales, they'll know for sure. So.
And after this big catch, are you out there every day now trying to get another one?
Oh no, I'll be out there probably later in the week or up at Pine Flat. You know, we fish a lot of the different lakes, and so probably Pine Flat later in the week, and get some different kind of fish.
Gotcha.
Rod that we caught it with, it's a very lightweight, very limber rod and it's built more for the kokanee. And then people say, well, what were you using? Well, it's just this little thing here. It's just called a hoochie.
Yeah.
And it's meant to imitate like a squid or shrimp, and kokanee don't really eat it. They are more attacking it. So that's pretty much it. Very light line.
And for what type of line or rod would you need to capture one of those big fish, you would say, if you were out there?
Big fish like that that's more of the type of fish that we catch when they're out in the ocean salmon fishing.
Okay.
Of course, we haven't been able to do that in a couple of years. Fish and Game has closed it down, and that's the reason a lot of these lakes and stuff are getting targeted so much. And a lot of these other species are getting targeted, like halibut. The limit used to be 3. Now they've cut it down to 2 because there's so many people fishing for them because they haven't been able to fish for halibut. So we're supposed to get 2 days of salmon fishing in June, in a couple of weeks here, and so. But the type of gear, get back to your question, the type of gear is more of a 20-pound test line for fish like that, and a little bit bigger, same type of thing.
Bigger, I would assume, right?
But a little bit bigger, yeah. You know, even this hoochie here, we use them for salmon. Only they're about 3 inches or 4 inches, and the flashers are 8 to 10 inches. So.
Tell me about this here.
The hoochie?
Yeah.
Well, like I say, it's just a skirt, more or less meant to imitate like a shrimp or a squid, and in the ocean, the salmon are hitting it to eat, but in the lake here, the kokanee are just pretty much attacking it as a threat.
So this is something that would attract a salmon, and
oh yeah.
So is this something that you would typically fish for trout with?
Yeah, trout will take that also.
So that's pretty common.
Yeah, very common.
Okay, and what about this flasher you call it?
The flasher, or this is called a sling blade, and but it's a flasher that just attracts the fish, and it also has a lot of movement in the water, which makes the hoochie sling back and forth. And yeah, I pretty much consider them all trophies when I catch them.
You catch them because you never know if you're going to catch something.
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
reel it in, right?
So.